Someone reached out and asked me a question about my earlier video, but then I also watched another video from Dimples on Demand. And I figured why not go live one more time, because it is about the gig world. It's about gigging. It's about getting really low pay. Her video that I'm speaking about, it's titled Dear DoorDash, Delivery Driver Reduced to Tears. And I watched it. And there are a lot of people out there that will always have less and never make it. Whether it be they don't have support, they made really bad choices, they don't want the help. Some people are street people. I get it. It's sad, but I get it. And they have very little. But then you have someone like, it was kind of an interview. She shared the video on her video. And it's a man speaking to the gig app, specifically DoorDash, about how little they're paying their drivers. Now, a while ago, I don't do DoorDash, but I do remember them sending out a message telling their drivers that the base pay will be $2.50. It shouldn't be, if you're solely working on tips, where I did as a waitress years ago. It was different years ago. I don't know about now, but I'm speaking about when I was getting paid, half on the books, half off the books, until my last waitress job. We received a different kind of minimum wage because we worked for tips. And it was always more low than the regular minimum wage. It was just the way it was. I think it started when I started, it was like $3, something like that, something ridiculous. Then it went to 4. Then I remember my last job, it went to 6. But then I was working less and less for cash. And, people in power understand that. Anyway, this man, that he was speaking about DoorDash paying so low, you can't get out of the hole. Like, people left nasty remarks, and I like listening to her because she gets deep. Why don't you get a real job? Well, for whatever reason, this man couldn't survive on a real job. Couldn't make it going into a place, punching a time clock. However, he was willing to do the delivery apps to make ends meet, to be able to support himself. And he was saying how he was 4 payments behind on his car. He was like, this is it. This is where I live. This is where I work. Just like with crypto, that's where I feel regulatory clarity needs to come into play with the gig apps. I consider myself very lucky. I saw it as an opportunity. I'm in a good market, but I also have a home. Small, but I own it. I also knew I had resources to dig into because nobody was going to help me get out of the hole. See, I didn't want to go into the second half of my life living the way I was living now. I want more out of life, and I'm not sorry for saying that. But if I would have stayed at my job, my last job, working 6 days a week and hurting myself every day for others to have more, I wasn't surviving. And I live on very little money. And I was just paying a couple of credit cards. And I wasn't making it. I was living with less than, and less than. And you don't get out of the hole continuing to work for less than, because over time you start realizing how little you have. Now, what this man was saying is, and it goes for all the gig um, jobs, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and whatever other ones are throughout the country. If she's right, these are billion-dollar companies, and maybe even trillions. At least they're billions. And you can't pay people fair wage, that they can at least rent a room and live comfortable and be able to survive and pay their bills and not have bills. But they're making a bundle. They're making a huge profit. I mean, I'm learning that, especially lately. Unless you work prime time, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to earn any money. It's really like you're working for free. And I've noticed that lately. You got to work prime time. Like, I know I'm taking off a couple of weekends from now because of whatever. Next weekend, I'll be working prime time. I don't want to, but until something really changes in my life, I would rather work less hours and make more money. And if it means going out on prime time, then that's what I'll do. So I would look into, because it was a very interesting video. It's about 9 minutes long. And the title of Dimples on Demand's video is Dear DoorDash, delivery driver reduced to tears, because he feels helpless. Not everybody has a way of getting out. Not everybody has a way of helping them stay afloat, to start over. Not everybody has that kind of support. It's harder to get out of the way you're living. It's harder to get out of your situation when you can't earn significant money every day. You can work 7 days a week. Unless he works prime time with all the bonuses and promotions and great tips, he's not going to get out of the hole. And she's right. No matter what his situation, it doesn't matter. Not everybody is raised to understand. Go get a better job, a higher paying job. Applying for Coinbase card today to spend. Oh my God, Coinbase, their debit card, I guess, is available to the public now. I'll be checking that out when I get home, because you can earn crypto when you use that credit card. Crypto cash back, crypto back, not cash back. So, you know, and he's eager. He's saying, I want to work. This is what I want to do. This is what I can do. See, now, if maybe he could get a job and he'll give up all his time, but you're never going to get out of the hole, and you're always going to stay the way you are. You're never going to have more. You have to give up your life to have more. Well, why have more if you have to give up your life? You know? I mean, I understand. That was a good topic of hers. I'm catching up today with all the gig economy people, the people who upload videos. Hello, Bobby T. Moderator, how's it going? Thanks for joining in. So check it out. I'll say it one more time. Dear DoorDash, delivery driver reduced to tears. These are great for extra income unless you work prime time and really live on pennies to get out of the hole. Because it's just, I get it. These are billion-dollar companies. They could pay more. You know, they want to see how much they can get you to do for the least amount of money. But that's not the way to live. Everybody should live. And if you weren't raised, go get a high profile job, position, proper training at a young age, and get a head start. It's harder to get out of the hole. And you realize, I'm not living a good life. And he was brought to tears. And he's not the first. I understand. It is the only time worth my time because people tip better. I'm learning that. I know. It's like I want to be eager and not. I know what you mean. Unless you just do it a couple of hours very local, it's not worth it. Only working weekends. Yep. See, I understand someone like Kim's going to be screwed for a long time. And she was very sympathetic because she knows what it is not to have. She knows what it is to work hard. And she's very smart. That's why she got what she got. She just bought a home. She works day and night. She has a daytime job, and she does this on the side. She has a YouTube channel. If she didn't do all of that, she wouldn't have a home. And she knows what it is not to have. So I happen to agree. But they're going to do whatever they can do. Like, now, this is something I didn't bring up. I should have wrote a note, and I meant to say it yesterday. Over the weekend, I swear, I've been very careful looking at the screen. Like, I look at the screen. I go, it doesn't say 2, Uber Eats. That's 608. I'll take it for 1 delivery. And then when I drive up to the first delivery, they go, next stop. And it didn't say 2. I said, I must be losing it. I'm doing it too long. I'm not paying attention. I paid attention yesterday. I'm very well aware of the orders that I took. And I picked up a double pickup at 2 different locations right down the block from each other. And when I accepted the offer, it did not say 2 in parentheses next to the, delivery offer. I said, they're lying because I know for a fact I didn't say 2. But I didn't take a screenshot. I didn't have the proof. I said, I see what they're doing. I absolutely see what they're doing. And I said, I know for a fact that didn't say 2. And all of a sudden it said 2 orders. They're being sly. I'm just blowing time for my own reasons. I'm going to hang in there a couple of more weeks. I have my own reasons why I'm doing it. Happy Tuesday. Hard and 54. Hello, I haven't seen you in a while. Lower Alabama. I'm always cancel the second one. It's not worth it. They are taking advantage. Absolutely. And when you think, maybe I didn't pay attention. Maybe I missed that. I think I missed it. Not yesterday. I was like, that was done on purpose. Because they want you to do a double pickup. And I happened to get lucky that they both gave me a few dollars. But it wasn't right because I wasn't offered the proper information to decide if I wanted to take the double pickup as an independent contractor. And I noticed they've been doing that. They make you question yourself. And I'm like, no, that didn't say 2. Now it says 2. They do it a lot. I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I feel Nassau County, Long Island right now. You're lucky if you live here and you work here. Yeah, the days are slow. And summer's coming. It's only going to get more slow. But you got to work at night. Did you apply for the EIDL? Yes, I did. I received $1,000 a year ago, more than a year ago, I guess, about a year ago. And I hear that EIDL Jason, he's another one I caught up with today. I watched a few of his videos because I wanted to catch up while I was out and about. He's thinking about putting together a class action suit to the people who got denied, who never received up to $10,000 because they lied. That woman, Carranza, took the matters into her own hands as if she had the right to. I could really use that money. It's almost like they don't want you to get ahead. Guys, I'm still waiting for my tax return. And I wanted my tax return because the dip is so low right now that I would just take an extra couple of hundred and invest it in my future into stocks. It's almost like they know what's going to happen and they don't want people to have access to some significant money because then they might get ahead. It's so crooked. I should have had my money last month and I'm still waiting for it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And it's the first year it's the year I'm getting the most money I've ever gotten. Why do I have to wait for that? You took my money quick. You took my state taxes. I live in New York. You took it real quick. and I paid it out of pocket so I wouldn't get charged a $30 fee from using TurboTax. They take it out of your federal money. There's a fee. So why do that? Unless you really have to. You know, that's something good to know with TurboTax. He does great work. And have you checked? Yes, I have. And they're saying still processed. There's no confirmation date when I'm going to receive it. Nothing. I've done it several times. I go into my TurboTax, I click a couple of buttons, and it gets me to that site, and where it looks you up. You have to submit the whole number, your social security, and how much you're going to receive. And it says still processing. There's no set day for me to receive my money. That does suck. I didn't want to take my whole thing, but the dip is so low, and my portfolio, the companies I invest in, I would love to take a couple of hundred more and buy shares at, we'll say between 1 and under $1. We'll say right now 1 cent to 76 cents. I was going to spread it across. That's amazing. So they know what they're doing. I just feel this is to hurt the average person. There's going to be more of a gap. There's going to be no more middle class. And they're doing whatever they can to F the average person. That keeps the economy going. I just don't get it. When it's time for them to see the light, the people in power doing this, I hope they pray to die. And I mean that. I hope they beg and they linger on for a long, long time. They deserve it. Anyone who's that cruel and that mean deserve to endure some kind of punishment for their actions. It's like taking accountability for your actions. It's the greed and the nastiness about only worrying about themselves. And what else? I did the dimples. I shared the Uber that I forgot to share. They're slicking in. They're sliding in double pickups. Oh, they are. And I'm really just hanging in there before I have plans to put out my new skills and what I can offer. But I really want to wait till I go away with my mother one more time to a family wedding and a mini vacation. I don't want it to interfere. So I'm kind of blowing time and I'm getting things done. And people who are relying on this to survive. I mean, I'm really grateful. I cashed out on a couple of little app things I let it accumulate. And I'm also receiving a few bucks at the end of the month from Google AdSense. And probably Amazon. I get a little bit. But, it's a few days' pay that I didn't have to physically work for. That's how I see it. It's only going to get better. I saved it so at the end of the month I get a little payouts. A lot of people don't know that. So I mean, it's hard to get out. It's hard to get out of where you are, from where you are, to get ahead in life. That you want more. You want what other people have, and you deserve it. So a lot of people didn't get theirs with the struggle, with the hard work. A lot of people were born into it or just taken care of. Inheritance. Well, I was surrounded by people that were angry at me for making changes. And I said, then if you're not going to help me financially, I got to stay away from you. So I did. That didn't go over too well. They changed their attitude. I'm very grateful. The only reason why I got smart because I realized how little I was receiving more and more as the years went on. I said, I got to do something because there's no way I'm living like this anymore. I see living very differently the second half of my life. So check out that video. Oh, there was one more thing. I guess I should have wrote it down. I want to turn on the apps, see if I do a couple of more. And that's it. Just work a little bit. I am going to work this weekend. And I'm going to get out there so I feel like I have some solid nights. See how it goes. If you keep plugging along, you push it hard enough, it'll change. But These companies, they know what they're doing. And my point was, companies like to, people who have and you work for them, most of them, from my experience, and this goes for the apps, they want to make sure they keep you at a certain level, because then you always keep their business thriving, because you need it. You need that paycheck. You need that job. And they know somebody's going to do it because you're struggling. So they get away with it. You know what I mean? Thanks, Harden 4054. You know, I've seen you around for a while. I made you a moderator. If a moderator gets nasty, I'll just unmoderate you. You only get what you earn. However, there are many people, I've witnessed it, and I lived it, that gave, 150%, made people a lot of money, and they got real little in return. That's why I turned into, you know, I don't know why you're shocked. I should get paid what I'm worth. You don't want to pay me? Then it was really nice meeting you. Have a good day. And that goes for those .crypto domains I got. I'm going to play my cards right with those babies. When the time comes, that's an investment for my future. That's how I see that. I'm really grateful I got those company brand names, because even if they don't buy it, it's still going to be out there on the web. I'm still going to earn money from it. Smart thinking. So you're a moderator, Harden 54. Thank you for joining in. I guess that's it. Maybe I'll go live over the weekends. I'm going to be working a little bit every day. After tomorrow, I'm taking off tomorrow for a reason. And the rest of the week, I'm working day and night until I have 4 days off again. And I'm going to another family wedding. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. A Friday night wedding. And I believe it's on the water in Jersey. It's going to be some wedding. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. The man who's giving the wedding, well, it's a family member that's marrying, into another family. They're very wealthy. And the man, the father of the bride, is paying for the bar to stay open for 2 extra hours after the wedding reception is done, and we're all staying at the hotel. So it stays open to, I believe, 2 in the morning. He's paying for them to work extra hours. Of course, they're going to do it. They want that. They're going to get great tips. They're going to earn. They're going to get. I'm sure he's paying top dollar for that, and he wants to make sure everybody has a blast. It's a Friday night wedding, and we're staying at the hotel for 3 nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. The guy's paying for the bar to stay open, so everybody after the reception could party for a couple of more hours at the hotel after we get shuttled back to the room, so everybody can drink. It's going to be amazing. Thank you, Harden 54. Oh, I don't even recognize that name. Oh, they're getting better. I even went for a 20-minute walk right before this video. I've been making sure I walk for 20 minutes as much as I can. Walk up and down stairs when I do deliveries the right way, not favoring my legs, forcing them to use the muscles. And it is getting better. I'm going to see him once a month now for the laser treatment. I really believe in the treatment, and you feel the difference when he works on you a little bit. And then there's like this red light laser they do on your legs for 10 minutes, directly on your knees. It really matters. So I'm going to go for now once a month. We'll see if that keeps everything okay. I shouldn't have to go twice a week anymore. I'm going to go once a month and have them tweet. Hey, Iranka, I'm really grateful everybody joined in. That's great. Check out Dimples on Demand. I'll say it one more time. Excellent video, about 9 minutes long. Dear DoorDash, delivery driver reduced to tears. And she did another video about Instacart working in a building. She said she'll never do it again. Yeah. you know, the workers will be working late. Everybody will be tipping, drinking, partying. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the time you get to the room, shower, and get to bed, it'll be 4 in the morning. We're staying for 3 nights. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Friday night wedding on the water. Oh my God. I'll let you know about it. It's going to be a really good time. And at least I'd say at least 30% of the people are part of my life. So it makes it even more fun. I'm not going to know everyone, but I'll know the couple of tables we're sitting around. Should be a good time. All right. Any thumbs up are appreciated. Keep a positive attitude. I hope you get tax refund. The dip is still on and still gigging. But, if you keep at it, you keep working, keep doing, something will give. It will. And make sure you visit my other channel, Internet Education 101 YouTube channel. You'll see the link in the description below. I share how I upload videos showing people how I build my online business all the time. So if you want to learn about that, you can too create residual income using the internet. I'll see you soon. Thanks for the thumbs up. Have a good one. Bye, folks.